That's just my baby daddy. 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 I'm sorry.
Father God, we just ask that you bless Carly.
Happy Father's Day, y'all.
Hey.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes, this is the beginning of Father's Day week.
And this is our Father's Day special edition.
Yay.
And we have a great father in the room.
Hey.
Yeah, introduce yourself, my sir.
My name is Dane Smith.
The
government name.
Follow my IG, Chicago's Own 5.
Yeah.
Shaytown.
Snap. It's the same thing. But no, I'm glad to be here. I appreciate it, yo.
Yeah.
And he looks so nice.
He does
Thank
look like he
you.
just got straight off of work.
He look like a father.
Straight off of work.
You know, professional baby.
Going to get them kids.
Yeah.
See, I got the sleeves rolled up. Like, you know I've been working. The sleeves rolled up.
All right. So before we get in our conversation, I want to give a big shout out to a friend of mine.
Okay.
Cinnamon Butler, Esquire. I think that's what you do when they're lawyers. She made the top 40 under 40 lawyers list. Get it, girl. Who we talking about? Talking about I know some bad chicks and she's a bad chick.
That's a bad chick.
coming through.
That's what's up.
Yes. So top 40 under 40 lawyers.
That's
Go,
awesome.
girl. Yes.
That's
Go,
a big
girl. If y'all
accomplishment.
need a lawyer, look up Cinnamon, y'all. Look her up. Yes, black girls named Cinnamons are lawyers too.
No shade.
No shade, but I'm saying they're lawyers.
Carly.
Yeah.
But I've been drinking already.
She been drinking.
Okay.
She been drinking.
All right. So let's get into it.
Okay, let's check in.
Let's check in. Thank you.
How are you?
How am I? I'm okay. You know, life. That's all I got to say.
Light.
You know,
That's
life.
good. That's good enough.
Right.
Life is life.
Dot.
Yeah.
Life is,
How is it going?
relationships are work.
Is it all day?
Yeah.
All day, every day. Moving is a
Amen.
lot of work.
Yeah. Are you guys settled?
Hell no, we're not settled. We're not settled at all. We have boxes everywhere.
That's when the fun part starts.
Yeah, well, I'm praying
Unpacked together.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm praying about these boxes. I'm just praying that they mysteriously, just miraculously, just disappear, Father, Lord, in Jesus' name. But I'm playing. But
Yeah, it may be a problem.
yeah, it will be a problem. But everything's been okay. Got back to work this week.
How's work?
It's work.
Okay.
That's how my life is going right now. Right now, I'm in this mellow, just like, it is what it is. I'm just trying to let life happen. It's been a lot going on, but how about you?
All is well. I feel like I've been renewed. So I had a great weekend. I did some decompressing.
Hey.
Phone off the whole weekend. I was out of touch with everybody.
Sometimes you got to do that.
You got to do what you got to do. Spend some quality times with my 2 golden girls.
Hey,
And I had a good weekend.
that's good.
Oh, I went to John P. Key Church. Let me tell you.
Where's that at?
In Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Pastor John P. Key, okay? I had some good old churches, but I never have it again,
Okay, talk about it.
It was so good. So a couple of things. One I would say is that never judge a book or a building. You just got to go in it. God will meet you anywhere. So when we pulled up, we were confused. We weren't sure if that was the right place. It was an old gym. We went in with like, is this right? Could this be his church? And oh my God, church was so good. The first hour was like a free concert, and then he is so led by the Spirit that he was constantly giving out money. He just gave it out freely. Like he gave this one lady.
Was it 5, 10s, 20?
No, this man was dropping 50s and 100s.
Oh, man.
Okay, so this one lady, my girlfriend and I think she at least got between $450 to $600. Now we know for a fact the other lady to the left of us got $600. I was like, what? He was like, you know what? Pay her light bill.
But you know what? I appreciate that.
Me too.
And I think we had the discussion before, like, if I'm giving you my tithes, if I'm giving you my money, if I'm giving you an offering,
Right.
I need to see some type of return in it. Or
Right.
and not necessarily like,
Well,
you'll get one naturally or whatever.
Right.
But I'm saying if he's giving back to the church, that says a lot.
Right. I don't need to see your fruit be a helicopter.
You don't see that a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's great and everything that God is blessing, but at the same time, it annoys me to have these big mega churches and then you have a lot of people who are, living in poverty.
Right.
So they're struggling. So we shouldn't have a whole bunch of people in our congregation on Section 8 and in social service and all these programs trying to make it when we have this pastor who has a helicopter and 2 mansions, one in LA and one on the East Coast.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. So I'm and then though, and the people, they say the people who don't have any money are the people who give the most. So then you constantly give to the cookie fund, give to the building fund, the sunshine band.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was so awesome to see him just give so freely. And what he said was that material items, I have learned that they do not belong to me and they don't really matter. And that when I give like this, it comes right back to me. So he gave so freely.
That's awesome.
It made church, and like, for real, you come as you are, for real.
So I can come in there like
he came like what? I'm wear this Rockaware sweatsuit.
I just
velour.
I just want to be in church one day.
Outside.
Amen.
I just want to be in church one day and they be like, Lord, Father God, get her hair done. I'm like, hallelujah. Yes, get this weave done. Yes,
Brazilian.
Yes. Malaysian
Bundles.
wavy. Hallelujah. Bless her with a new weave in Jesus' name.
Closure.
Look at y'all. You just talk
feel
about
that.
material things and y'all sitting here.
I'm sorry. Ooh, all that vanity just came out. I'm sorry, Jesus.
All of that.
I'm sorry, Jesus.
Yo,
But
wow.
if he blessed her, she could do whatever she want with her money. And if you choose not to pay your light bill, you choose to get your hair, so be it.
How about you, Dane?
Oh man, my weekend was great. Shout out to all the graduates. I went to a graduation with some family, high school graduation. It was really, really good to see people like ourselves progress.
Yeah.
Hey, shout it out.
High school graduation or college?
It was high school and it was 8th grade graduation.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, so shout out to all the graduates.
2017. Yeah, that's nice. I love it.
Cookout afterwards, so
Black people always got to cook out.
Yeah.
What you doing for your graduation party? Having the cookout?
Come on to the house afterwards.
You bring your sides though. You got to bring sides.
Oh, but I couldn't stay long. The air conditioning in the house went out.
Ooh.
And you all know this weekend it was like 99.
Let me
Just
tell you
so-
something. If you ain't got no AC, I'm not coming.
I hate to be rude, but
Right.
I'm
If
tipping.
you ain't got it in your car, we riding in my car. Like we can't be. If you ain't got it, we ain't going. In this summer, I don't need it. No, ma'am. No.
My car said 100 degrees at one point. I took
It's
a
at
picture of it.
101 today.
Wow.
No.
Let me tell you something. I don't want to be outside. I'm sweating just breathing. I don't want to.
I'm sweating now thinking about it.
I know. All right. So, in this spirit of this Father's Day week, let's get it in. So, Toy, I know you said something before we get into it. You had something. There's a difference between fathers and there's a difference between dads. Can you please explain this?
Okay, so I think any man can be a father,
Agree.
but it takes a special person to be a dad.
I agree.
So on the birth certificate, it says mother and father. However, so I have a father. I most certainly don't have a dad. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real. So I didn't have a dad who helped raise me and nurture me and teach me the facts of life. So I think there's a difference because, again, the birth certificate says father. So anybody, the sperm donor is a father, not necessarily daddy.
I had a daughter. She was halfway there.
And I had uncle dads.
That's what I had. That's what I had.
I had uncle dads.
I had uncle dads too.
Yeah.
I had older cousins that kind of,
Yep, cousin dads.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God. Shout out to the Blue family.
Yeah, you got those people always take up that spot for you, and it could be anybody, and people don't even know that what they're doing for you or how they're guiding you in life. But yeah,
Good, bad, or indifferent.
right. Oh, very true.
Yeah,
Very
amen.
true.
I guess it goes back to what? It takes a village to raise a kid. Because, I mean, if you look at it, everyone still had other influences,
Right.
male influences from other people in their families. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So when we were trying to come up with this topic and thinking about it,
Oh my
we
gosh.
had a difficult time
Fix it, Jesus.
trying to find someone who had a good relationship with their father. And I'm just like,
It was
I was
so
going
sad.
through the names.
Carly and I were like really brainstorming, and she was like, "Hello, you there?" I was like, "Girl, I'm thinking." And it's sad because I couldn't figure out who I knew who had a relationship, who had a good relationship
It's
with
rare.
their father.
It's rare. It's very rare that you see men having that. They're so close to their mothers. Everyone looks after mom, but it's very rare you see young men kind of having that relationship with their fathers. The way society is set up, you never know.
Yeah. Especially in the Black community, too, because I feel like so many of us are raised by our moms.
Correct.
And so I most certainly couldn't think of any female, maybe one who had a good relationship with her father, but he's now deceased. So I didn't know how that would go. But then I was thinking of guys, and I was like, yeah, no. And I felt bad because I'm like, none of us have, like, is there anybody? So then we had to switch gears, and we're like, well, let's just get a father on here. Not necessarily somebody who had a bomb relationship with their daddy.
Yeah,
but
I'm not that guy.
Yeah, let's just get the daddy.
Right, because it was just so weird how we couldn't find out one person, and I found a couple girls later. Yeah, I found a couple women later who one who grew up with her father, another one who developed a relationship with her father later on in life. But it was just, it was a hard time coming.
Yeah,
and it is sad.
It is sad.
Yeah, I was like,
But so your daughter will not have that.
Of course not.
See,
first of all, his daughter. If he tried to deny his daughter, everybody was smacking.
He'd be under the jail.
She looks just. I mean, between me and her mother, we kind of share. But
and when you say that, I'm like, you know what? Her mom must look just like you then, because something not right.
I mean,
you're right.
Y'all twins,
right?
I mean, some people really say she looks like her mother, but I think.
And maybe she has that face where sometimes she's her mom today, and then she's dating.
That's
today.
what I think. But no, since I didn't grow up with my father, I really took pride in making sure I was going to be everything that I didn't have. I was going to make sure I was everything for her that I didn't have. So,
and that is so important.
That is kind of my promise to her, to myself, that I will be there and provide, do whatever I need to be, whether I'm with her mother or not. She will always be able to say, hey, my dad was there. He talked to me. He gave me the ropes. All of that.
I love that, because I love that, and not to like tell people business about my best friend, but no, I love that because I heard him say that too. Is I want to be everything for my kid that I didn't have, and I think that's the same desire I felt like our parents should have had. I feel like maybe they didn't, some like our dads, but I think so either it goes left or it goes right. Either they felt like, my father, he said, well, I didn't grow up with my dad, but I turned out okay. So his rationale was like, I will be okay. And it's crazy, but that's his truth. But then there's guys like yourself that say, hey, I didn't like it, and I want everything for her that I didn't have, and then some. Because I think that's the parent dream.
No disrespect. I mean, my mother, shout outs to her.
Right.
Mama Smith, she did everything. She took the initiative, getting me into sports, showing me the ropes, kind of giving me, that's why I'm the gentleman I am now, showing how a man is supposed to treat a woman. So I got a lot of that from my mother as well. No discredit to her, but that was just something personal. All the things that I wish, the time that I had with my father, sports, things like that I wish my dad was there giving me the go ahead, and I want to make sure I do that for any of my childs. I only have one, but just going forward, I want to make sure I'm a force. I am there, present.
Right.
It's important to me.
So I used to always say, a mom. So I have a lot of single parents in my family, and I would say that a mother can't raise a man. So I have a lot of, like I said, single with young boys, but she can raise a gentleman. And I think there's a big difference. You know what I mean? Like you said, she can teach you how to treat a woman. You know what I mean? She can teach you all those things, but you need that father present there to teach you manly things that we don't know. I can't possibly teach you something that I'm not. I don't know.
And that's where, the cousins and the uncles and them, that's
Right.
where they come in because they're able to feel that and
Yep.
kind of show you the ropes and things like that. That's where the community and the village kicks in to making sure that child is on that right path and things like that.
Right. I agree. Everybody plays the big part in our lives, yeah. And then you can tell those people who didn't have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They missed out.
I think for Doc and I, we're going to have kids, but I think it's very important for our child to know, because we have a donor.
Okay.
So, and we know who he is, and I think it's important for our child to know who their other side is, because, you have things happen to you, health things, anything.
Right.
But also, too, you just need to know.
Yeah, you definitely need to know who
the
you
other
are.
half is.
Right.
So, it's important to have that. And also, he's going to be an active part in her life. It's not like we're just going to have...
She said she just knows she's going to have a daughter.
I'm claiming my girl. I don't care. I'm claiming Mini Carly, okay? I'm claiming her.
Gosh.
Mini Carly.
I want, because I'm entertaining to
Jesus,
myself.
take the wheel.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's,
I'm entertaining to myself. Okay, I can only imagine if I had a mini me.
I ain't going to be at the
Oh,
baby
bye.
still. I'm going to be booked that day.
That's fine. You'll be booked. But I guess you'll be thoroughly entertained.
I'm feeding my pet giraffe that day.
Oh, goodbye. But I think it's important to have that relationship.
I do. I think it's very important. I think that's why, not to get off track, but I think that's why a lot of us have daddy issues, male and female. Because I feel like sometimes people think daddy issues are only for women, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not, because
It's not.
I have to me there's a difference in the guys that I have dated who were raised with their fathers and who weren't raised with their fathers, dealing with me coming from a single parent. They were so different to me, because I'm like, oh,
what was something that stood out? Give me something.
For one thing, it seemed like they were more family oriented. The guys who had the mother and father present in their life. I'm family oriented, but they seem like they move more unit like, if that makes any sense. The guys who weren't raised with their fathers, it was a catch. It was either or. Either they were gentlemen, and because they really loved and respect their mother, so they treated me really nicely, or they were just kind of rebellious. So it was like two extremes. Like they had to prove a point because they were the man of the house. Which brings me to another point. Sometimes I feel like the mama can make the son the man of the household, and the son is confused. Because you're really not her man.
See, that's how I grew up.
Okay.
I grew up, I was the man of the house. I took care of the trash. I had chores. As I got older, it became, hey, I look out for mom. I look out for the house. And anybody coming there that I don't know, who is that? He don't look right. I was on him. I was on his heels.
Because it was just you and your mom.
You were the only child.
It was just me and my mom.
Yeah, because my brother did not take that role at all.
Okay.
If anybody was the man in the house, it was
But
me.
I dated somebody like that, and I felt like I was in competition with the mother. I felt like the mom felt like, okay, I'm onto something.
You
So
are
I felt
onto
like the mom, she treated me, I was afraid of her, because it was like that was really her man. And I think it was because he was the man of the household. She had created this position for him to be the man of the household. And she made it seem like I was, pissing on her territory.
Yeah, because she may have I'm sorry. She may have saw it as you moving in, taking her son away, or possibly he's gonna move and.
I was like, I felt like I had 21 questions, and it was like she didn't really have that. I don't know. The way she treated me was like I wasn't good enough, and she just, I don't know. It wasn't. She didn't give me that warm and fuzzy.
I think any mother would think, I think what we're going into is like a whole single mom type of thing, because I think that's just with single mothers, period. They take their children, like if you had your only daughter, you're taking away my best friend. No man would be good enough for their daughter. No man would be good enough for their son. So I just think that's just
I
the
think
way
maybe
it is.
it's different if you only have one child, though.
And and if you're the only child,
Yeah,
God
because if you're the
forbid.
only child, yeah,
Right.
because nobody was good
Please.
enough for me. I mean, even if LeBron James came to take me to the prom, my mom still would have said no.
LeBron
But
James.
You know what?
He's
My
a
mother
loser.
has 2 kids, but no one's good enough for her son. And no
Cancel.
one's good enough for me. She has 2 kids. Oh, are we about to talk about?
No, we're not.
Okay.
Don't get her started. Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. You know, I had to suffer through this shit excuse my language, yesterday.
Oh, we can curse?
Last night. Yes, we can. I had to suffer through this last night. Okay, I had to suffer through the loss. I had to suffer through the anguish. I had to suffer through the cries and yells at the TV.
Anyways, come on,
right?
Come on, get us back on target.
That's the violence for both of y'all.
Come on, get us back on target.
Okay, so
shout out to KD and the Warriors.
Don't you dare, not on this show.
Gosh.
Not on this show.
They're the champions,
not
NBA champions.
On this podcast, you will not.
Let's
shout out
acknowledge
to a
them.
wave cap and some hair grease.
Greg, shout out to Greg,
Let's
Lion
acknowledge
Fox
them
Studios. Can you please
accordingly.
cut Mike? Where Mike is at?
Don't do it, Greg. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You need to cut it.
Right. So, speaking of that, do we have any funny stories about men in our lives that are father figures to us at all?
Oh.
Like any funny stories?
No,
Like
I don't
what?
have but I would like to pay honor to my grandfather who passed away earlier this year, a great grandfather. I thought he was like Jesus growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, I really thought this was Jesus himself. He was like 6 something. And he just was so tall. And I used to be like, my granddad is this and he's that. And he'd take me to the store every day. He put me on his shoulders. I just thought he was just such a great person growing up. And he did so right by my mom and myself, trying to help my mom raise me. So I'm definitely going to miss him this Father's Day. But I definitely wanted to honor him.
Definitely.
Shout out to you, baby.
Mr. Blue. Red.
How about you, Dane?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Like I said, I was raised single mother, so I have a million mother stories. Come back to me. Give me a minute. Come back.
All right, well, okay.
Because if you're in a single family,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
single with the mom,
Yeah.
your mom was mom and dad. So I used to
Right.
tell my mom Happy Father's Day, too.
I did
You
too.
know, but
I
it's
still
true.
do. I get a card every year.
I send out a lot of happy mothers that are Father's Day cards,
Right.
or cards or texts like that.
Yeah.
I do, but I'm not going to act like I don't have a daddy. I do. We have an okay relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as like my dad was very active in our lives, like when we were young, like around between. From the time we were born to like 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a great time with him. He was an awesome dude. He was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept us going. He introduced us to all types of games. He was creative. He made a lot of stories. He was also a preacher, but he was just a really geeky, funny dude. We used to always play high hands, and my brother claims that high hands helped him become the ninja that he thinks he is today.
Ninja?
No, a ninja. Because he would sit there and put like 4 quarters on his arms, throw them up in the air, and try to catch them all before they hit the ground. Because hot hands is a skill. Seriously, it's like...
I don't even know what high hands...
Okay, so you
That's
put your
what it's
hands
called?
out. Y'all can see this. You put your high hands. You have your hands out like
now
this.
put my hands on top,
Yes.
and then you gotta
And then you
move
like
them.
this, and you have to move your hands away before they smack your hands, right?
Oh.
It gives you quick reflexes.
I think if you grew up in the hood, you don't... It was just the hand game.
Yeah, it was just a hand game.
Well, high hands,
we didn't
check
know it was
this.
called. I didn't know to
Yeah.
this day it was called
My-
hot
You
hands.
want to play this?
Yeah, you want to play this? You know.
My reflex skills are on 20, all because of my daddy's high hands. Let me tell you this. And we used to play the game. Have you ever played a game when you were like in a car or something like that? You have a long road trip, but then you play what's this movie or what's this song?
Like,
So-
what did they do?
So I'd be like,
No, we played Shut Up Back There. We ain't there yet. That's what we played.
no. Like, you told Hoppo to beat me.
Oh, what movie is that?
Yeah. So we used to play those type of games because we were a movie watching family.
Oh, no.
Let me tell you. And I would watch and I get in trouble all the time because I would watch one movie 80 times over and over again. And I blame that on my daddy.
I was this girl. Bink, that's my car. Bink.
Yeah.
Bing, I
should
thought it
do
was
that.
bingo.
It was whatever
Nah,
that
yeah,
came
whatever
out.
it came, yeah.
Oh, that's my car. No, I said it first. That's my car.
So, okay. Well, okay, let's go back to here. So, Dane, you are a father
Yes, I am.
to a daughter.
How old is she now?
6 going on 16. She's been here.
I believe it too.
She has been. Here before,
She's been here before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it.
She,
How has having a daughter changed you? Because you a handsome dude. We know you used to be a little
Thank
playboy,
you.
whatever.
Thank you.
So how has it changed you?
She put you all out there.
I did. Sorry.
It's changed. It's changed me maybe 110%.
Oh, okay.
My whole view on things, being raised, like I said, by a single mother, I already had a lot of respect. But now it brought me to thinking on the times in college and the way I treated women and how I played the games. And it made me think about, hey, that was someone's daughter.
Right.
That was someone's child. That, I don't want to tell on myself, but yeah, just some of the things that as men we play games and stuff, and it made me realize that, do I want my daughter to meet someone like me or meet someone? And I had to think about those things, and it made me really reflect on how I had dealt with past relationships, how I dealt with past scenarios, and it just really changed my mindset. I'm not saying I went back and tried to mend everything that I did, but just moving forward, I know now that I'm going to share some things and kind of get her prepared for some of the games that us men can play sometimes. I mean, but no, it definitely
101.
It changed my view. It changed my view on a lot of things. It really did.
That's so profound for you to say that you wanted to be the person that that she dates.
Exactly.
That's big.
You want to make sure that you kind of show your children the ropes. And I love my daughter. Yes, I thought I was gonna have a boy, but I had a daughter, and I know how I'm gonna be already. I'm gonna be questioning the clothes. It's like, I can't even look at Instagram the same no more, because you look and say, these kids are getting younger, they're dressing different, and that. It's a thin line. It's kind of hard because when you have a daughter, you go back into thinking like, oh, the stuff I did, the things,
like this.
And
hello, is this Keisha from 1997?
Yes.
I'd like to say I'm sorry.
I should have showed up.
Remember how I hit it and quit it?
Yeah.
I meant to say I apologize.
But no, it definitely has changed my view, especially on now how I go forward, and I know that I'm going to share some things and kind of try and give her the ropes, a man's perspective on how, kind of be prepared for some stuff.
But I think like by him saying that, I think that is one of the things that is so important to young ladies, is that, like for me, I didn't really have a clear example of who I needed to be dating. So because of that, I dated a lot of wrong people because I didn't have that one image that was supposed to be like just to let you know how a guy is really supposed to treat you.
Exactly.
Now, what I did grow up with, the guy can never come to my house and blow the horn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was Now I did grow up with that, but it was my best friend who taught me. Hold up. Dang. When you with your boo thing, do you walk in the inside or the outside?
The man is always supposed to walk on the side of the street. The woman should be on the inside.
When I tell you ain't nobody love me. My best friend is the one who told me that it had snatched me, because he was like, why do you keep walking over here?
I was taught the women walk on the inside and women do not touch doorknobs. They don't touch doors.
They all wanted me to get hit by a car.
Shout out to Gaines' mama.
That's how I was taught.
Shout out, Miss Smith.
Oh, it's one more. One more thing. So, what about how you sleep in the bedroom?
Okay.
Do you sleep close to the door, or who sleep close to the door?
I sleep closer to the door.
Mm-hmm. When
I go
you
to
do that?
restaurants, I always sit where I'm facing the door.
Mm-hmm. Now, tell me why you sit by that door or sleep by the door.
Anything happens, I be the first to get.
Sorry, ladies, he's taken.
I need to be the first to get to it before they get to my lady, to the family.
That's beautiful. I'm just ducking, and y'all better duck.
Oh, the late talk.
But those are some of the things I didn't know. Nobody ever taught me that. I didn't have, and I think maybe nobody ever taught them that.
So you must have been the girl that was like, "What you doing?"
Yeah. What?
What you doing? Why you
So much
open my
attitude.
door? Why you
attitude.
Why you grab me like that?
So the guys who were like you, I'm like, oh, he is so lame. He is just getting on my nerves.
I'm sure you know.
That's
when you
sad.
really, he was trying to save me from being hit by the car.
Right.
I didn't even know it.
Right.
Oh my God.
The mud splashing on you.
Exactly.
But it takes good mamas to teach.
Right.
Teach
Ignorance
sons
is
that.
bliss.
Because my brother is the same way. He'll open a door.
Yeah.
He will protect you. I remember one time he was at, I think it was like Anacostia Festival Day, whatever. It was something crazy. And something happens, like somebody got stabbed. It was a shooting. And my brother literally took 4 girls and held them and just had his back ready to take whatever was about to come.
That's so sweet.
I was just like, what a little
didn't save a
protector.
That is so
He was saving several hoes. He was saving several of them. You don't know
Several.
several hoes
They
at
don't
one
want him to
time.
say.
He was just like, I got you all hoes.
Hoes protect.
Right.
Hoe Patrol. Sorry. We can do this all day.
This is how we was in the office. Yeah.
Yes,
I really miss y'all, man. I really miss y'all. I really do.
So,
Getting nothing done
no.
all day. At my job.
At the job.
Or
Right.
the desk. Sitting down. Okay, go ahead.
We'll be all huddled at Toys desk like, yo, so we're getting paid to talk.
Mm-hmm.
We should have just had a mic right there doing a podcast the whole entire time. And that's true life.
People at the job listen to this, so.
Okay.
Right.
Oh yeah,
No,
sorry,
okay,
psych,
yes.
psych your mind.
We work a lot.
Shout out
I
Miss
do.
Joy.
I do so much work. Woo, my brain.
Curly trying to put me out there on blast. Like,
know.
I
people,
heard her.
She don't do any work. Anywho, okay, because we don't have any kids. So how important is it to you to have a relationship with your daughter's mother?
So currently, my daughter and her mother, they live in Chicago. I live here in D.C. At first, when we was going through the whole situation, it was a little tough because we both had our personal feelings about the decision we was making. What I think made it easier for me was that me and my daughter's mother, I would never call her my baby mama, we were friends before all of this happened. We went to school together. We both from the Chicago area. So we were actually friends. So when things kind of went in separate ways, I had my personal feelings because I told you all about how I felt about wanting to be that father in there in her life. So I wanted to make sure it was important that I kept those lines of communications open. And again, like I said, it was tough in the beginning with the transitioning, and I'm here, she's there, figuring out visits and some type of form payments, things like that. But at the end, I think we end up being really cool. We was able to come to an agreement. I'm not on any child support papers. Our relationship is good. I think it's finally understanding that you're there, I'm here. Let's be the best parents we can. Let's take ourselves out of this right now. It's not about us. Let's do our best. But I think it's very important to have a good relationship with your daughter's mother.
right. Because how else could you co-parent?
Exactly. And then at the end of the day, depending on the age of the child, you don't know how they're going to react to it. You don't know how they're going to deal with it. So you still want to show, I wanted my daughter to still know that even though I'm not with your mother, I love and respect her just as any other man should.
I need my church fan.
I have no problem. You know, that's important though, to make sure you still show your kids that you can be respectful.
Because
and
kids
show-
can feel that.
Exactly.
They're like,
They
mommy
really
do
do.
not like daddy.
Yeah.
She don't like them.
And let me tell you, I felt every bit of it when I was growing up. I knew my father hated my mother, and I knew my mother despised my father. And it kind of puts a bitter taste in your mouth towards both people.
Right.
Because who do you believe?
Right.
Who do you listen to?
Right. And on top of that, you are part of them.
Right.
So it does something to you. I'm so grateful that my mom never said anything about my dad. Never did she ever
Exactly.
speak any ill feelings towards him at all.
Exactly.
And when I grew up, she told me when I was probably like a teenager, getting ready to graduate, she said, I never said anything about him because I knew that time would tell and you would know him for yourself, and you needed to know him for yourself. Not because of anything that I deposited. And on top of that, there's no way I can say anything bad about him because you are a part of him. And that does something to a kid that's why when women should never be like, that's why you're going to be just like your daddy. Mm-hmm. What did that mean?
Yeah. Right.
What? I thought he not good. Why?
My mother took that same route though.
Mm-hmm. That's important.
Later on down the line, I was able to kind of get my own idea. I was able to see him for who he really was, and she never said anything negative, bad. Once I got older, like you said, I kind of saw what it, how things really was. But I haven't come across. My daughter hasn't said anything, or I don't say anything. In her mind, Daddy just lives in D.C. and Mom, we live here.
Right.
And when am I I'm going to see Dad this weekend, or I'm going. It's never any. Now I don't know. I'm not there. I really don't know it for sure.
But I think if it was that. If that was the case, it would come out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think because you guys have a mutual respect for one another.
Especially with Kayla. She talks like...
Yeah. Well, Daddy, guess what? Well,
Yeah.
Mommy, her head said.
Right. Her said.
Yeah, her said that you're not that nice.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I wish I had that opportunity. Well, I wish I had that. Just to kind of make my own decision about who they were individually by myself. But I was not afforded that at all. It was like, let me tell you about your daddy. Let me tell you about your mama. So,
right.
I was like, oh, y'all stay.
And so they were both venting to you.
Venting to me.
Right.
And here I am looking at both of them like, y'all ain't shit.
Yeah. I don't know who I want to live with.
Right.
Or my grandma.
Right. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
I'm going over to Nanny's house. Goodbye.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's a little competition. When she's with me, I want to make sure she has a good time. I want her to go back and say, like, me and Dad, we had a ball. We went.
That's
and you know what else we did?
Yeah.
And then we went here.
Yeah. Like, I try to make
Mommy,
sure.
you never took me here before.
Mm-hmm.
So being that this podcast is hosted by two women, we love the relationship, and I'm glad you're on here because I love the relationship that you have with your daughter.
Me too.
And what you're trying to show your daughter. And I think a lot of men out there need to know the influence of a father in a woman's life is
critical.
So very critical. I bet you tell your daughter she's pretty all the time.
Every day.
I bet you
That's where her nickname, K.O. Bela, for Kayla Beautiful.
Right.
I think that's what Spanish means, Bela. What does Bela mean?
But I'm telling you, like, when she grows up, they're not going to be able to tell her anything. Because, and I just feel like that is important it's just important to have that inside a daughter's life.
It really is.
So I just want to say out there, like, to the fathers out there, be present. Be present in your daughter's life. Be
the first man, because that's the first relationship we have with a man.
Yes.
So be the first person to validate her, so she doesn't look to any other guy to validate her or make her feel special, because she already got that. You know what I mean? She already knows who she is anyways. You know what I mean? She doesn't need that guy to tell her she's so pretty. She's not seeking the attention of a man. And you know
what, me and Carly was kind of talking about this before we got on, and we were saying that we need fathers, even if you don't have a child, reach back and show a young man how he should treat our black women, how he should treat someone's daughter. Really reach back and try to mentor and show someone else how. At the end of the day, if you're a father, you're still a man. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And there's certain things that you need to sometimes check another man on about how he's treating or doing things in a certain matter. So even if you're not a father,
you can be a father figure.
You can still be a father figure. Reach back.
Right.
Give someone the ropes. Show somebody the ropes. Give someone, take them out. Give them a couple of stories that you learn from.
Right.
Anything that can still lead our young black men in a direction that is positive.
Right.
So that we don't have to hear our sisters say there's no more black men left, or they all in jail. Or give the ones that feel they've done well, or reach back. It's really important that you reach back and make sure you be an example for somebody else.
I think that's so important.
Yeah.
Because I think it goes for women too. We need, for guys, for young men who don't have fathers in their lives, you need somebody present. Now, I don't know, for whatever reason, I feel like sometimes with Black people, sometimes we make it and we forget all about where we came from.
Exactly.
And that's why it's so important for me to be able to get to a point where I could really give back to my old community, because I feel like I made it. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm successful, and I want to be able to go back to the kids there to let them know that you can be successful. And there's life outside of, Rochester.
Right.
There's life outside of any place where we're from, New York. There's another state.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes you have kids who never left.
Exactly.
They don't know anything but where they're from. And some of them only know that side of town.
Right.
And it's unfortunate. So you are so right when you say, you know what, once you, quote unquote, arrived, go back and give to these people, these young women and men, and deposit something into them, plant a seed, into them so that they can be successful as well.
I agree.
Yeah. Whether they have kids or not, just look, this is what you need to do.
Right.
Check them. You got to. What do we say, Carla? You
need to check the men who are not.
We need men to start checking
other men
that are not doing what they're supposed to.
Right.
Like, we need men to get back to, hey, that's not right. You shouldn't, cool out. Instead of this whole it's not my business. Back in my mother's day, they said that, the men in the neighborhood didn't care if that was your child, someone else's child. They saw them doing bad, they yanked them up.
You was getting a whooping.
Yeah.
Yes. But you know what? I got a little taste of that too. So
doing your
right. So okay, and I used to be like, my mom should not let them beat me. But like, I used to think she was like the worst. But like in church, so I guess she trusted the church family. So in church, if you acting up or whatever, somebody may pop you.
Yeah.
Now you're not gonna beat me now, but you may pop me. And then this is real old school, because actually the pastor was talking about it on Sunday, is that they'll pop you and tell you why they popped you, and you got to tell your mama
why they popped you, and then
why they pop you, and then your mama gonna pop you too. So then you got two whoopings. And then I remember getting popped at church. My mom popped me, and then I went to my grandma's house, and my mom told my grandma, and then she popped me. I'm like, ooh,
It's like pops, man.
Right. However, I never forgot it. You know what I'm saying? And you do need to be checked. Now, I don't believe in all that corporal punishment where you be beating your kids with belts and stuff. But anyway, sometimes a good pop, or some kids talk too much, they need to be punched in the throat.
Real quick on the church punishment. Did you ever get punished with being like forced to sit in the front of the church?
Oh, yeah. That is the worst.
And
all the way in the front. You can't say
giggling,
anything.
Right? You be in the back giggling, having tickle wars, whatever, trying to be quiet at church.
Tickle wars.
Right. And they be like this, no, you bring your butt in the front. You better sit down and be quiet.
Or chewing gum or something like that.
God.
And I was real nerdy, so I always had a book at church.
Oh, you was reading horrible books at church.
What? The Babysitter's Club? Get out. That was my goal, to reach the 100th book. Get out of here. Yes.
Jabba.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we have anything else we want to talk about this? Dane, you want to say anything? Last words before we get to a little segment we have?
Just shout out to the fathers. My father figures, Cornell, Marcus, my uncles, the Smith family. Just happy Father's Day. Like I said, just reach back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need our Black men to really reach back.
Right. Amen.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
That's our quote.
What y'all
reach
got
back.
I'm gonna say Happy Father's Day to again to my grandfather in honor of him, and Happy Father's Day to my Uncle Lewis, who was critical in my life growing up. To all my cousin dads who looked out for me. It's too many to name, so I love y'all. Especially if y'all listening. I love y'all, and Happy Father's Day to all the fathers to be.
Thank you.
Yep, and Happy Father's Day to my dad. We good. We ain't great, but we good. So happy Father's Day to him. I appreciate what he did for me in life, and I appreciate him being one half of me. And I appreciate, and let me see. Happy Father's Day to my brother who has like a tribe of kids. So happy Father's Day to him because he's doing it up, taking care of his family. So happy Father's Day to him and my uncles and all my cousin who has babies. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to all the daddies.
I know we love the daddies.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, happy Father's Day to the mother fathers.
Yeah,
You
mother fathers.
Yes.
All you mother fathers
Mother
playing
fathers.
2 roles. You know, and hold on.
Some people feel some type of way
Right.
about that, you know.
To all my lesbian family, you know, happy Father's Day to the moms that are dads too. I see y'all. Y'all take care of other people's kids all the time. So happy Father's Day to you too.
Stepdads. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Stepdads that don't even be called stepdads. I love
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And they treat those
Oh,
children
and
like
happy
they're
Father's
their
Day to
own.
the guys who just taking on kids, Mr. Rob.
Man.
I want to thank you for taking care of my baby, my god baby. Just go ahead, dude. You doing your thing because you know my baby loves
You
you.
raising somebody else's baby and
Right.
act like it's your own.
Yes, can't
Now,
even tell.
that's some real stuff right
You
there.
can't even tell. I'm
Right.
sweating.
If you feed a child, they'll start to look like you.
And that's truth.
Amen.
That is truth. That is
Where
truth.
y'all going with this?
So
Okay.
happy Father's Day.
Yes,
Yes.
happy Father's Day.
Okay.
Okay, so Carly, on to
All right.
our
So
special segment.
yes, we finally got some advice. Somebody wants some advice from us, y'all. Woo-hoo-hoo. They do. Okay. So this young man asked us today. He said, okay, so he's trying to find a wife. Okay, so this is what it is. He says, do you date multiple women at one time until you find the one? He says, these women that he is dating, they want an instant commitment. Is that normal? Excuse me. Then he says, and if he were to date multiple women, how should he tell them? Should he tell them at all? What should he do? So let's go. Excuse me.
You asking this to Dane or
Oh,
you
you,
asking this?
you
I'm
asking,
asking
you asking
everybody.
me first?
Everybody. Go
Want
for
me?
it.
Yeah, you got this. This all me.
I'm gonna just go question by question. He said, personally, yes. I believe in dating. I don't think there's a problem with dating. If you're looking for a wife, I definitely say date. Go out, different personalities, see how that is. I definitely think there's no problem in dating multiple women if you are honest about it.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
You know I was waiting on you.
Yes, thank you. Go for it.
I found out early on that if you're honest, sometimes you'll come out pretty good on top.
Literally.
Yeah.
Y'all are horrible people.
But I mean, being honest, being
PG-13
honest,
show.
you'll be surprised how many women will, whatever your situation is,
Uh-huh.
you'd be surprised how many women will still deal with you and be involved with you if you kept it 100.
Mm-hmm.
So usually I say, when that comes up, how many people you're dating. I'm dating, I'm mingling,
Mm-hmm.
not looking for nothing serious, but if something comes up, here's my cards. I am dating, I am out venturing,
Mm-hmm.
but I believe in giving women an option.
Mm-hmm.
And that's whatever my situation is,
Mm-hmm.
telling the truth gives you an option. If I have a girlfriend, you want to mess with me, at least I told you have an option.
Mm-hmm.
I'm single, but I'm not looking for nothing. I'm just looking to have fun. I'm kind of just having a good time. Okay, I was honest. At least you know
What it is.
what it is.
Right.
That's my motto.
Right.
So if I choose to lay down with you, that's my bad.
That's your.
Yeah.
At least
And
you
if
know
I
the
wake
truth.
up and fall in love with him,
Right.
he told me.
Exactly.
Because you know they're going to say, you know what it was.
Yep.
Right. Oh,
I knew what it was.
And just like that, I killed you.
Right.
Am I
That's what it
wrong?
was.
I mean, that's
Snap.
if you keep it 100. That I don't care. You can say that all you want.
Right.
I
I
told
agree.
you what it was. You knew what it was
Right.
when you came here.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I told him. I said, you can most definitely date multiple women. There's nothing wrong with dating multiple women.
Because he
Now-
has to figure it out.
Right, he has to figure it out. But be honest. Don't keep it a secret. And I think people will get hurt more so by the fact that if you lie, or even if you lie,
Right.
if you just keep it a secret, people think, oh, I just omitted the information. That's not lying.
Because she
That's
may think
still-
she's the only one.
Right. That's still being deceitful. And, you know. So no, be honest. Just say, hey, I'm dating multiple women,
Right.
and it's and it's okay. It's the dating game. This is what you do. This
Right. To figure it out.
It's a process of
Right.
elimination. Shit.
Yeah.
So
How you going to know?
right. And, and like you said, the women are going to have to take it. Either they say yay or nay. It's their choice. So
he says these women want an instant commitment. Is that normal?
No.
But you know what? So over the weekend, I had a great conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Let's go.
My girlfriends are from the South.
Okay.
So they're I swear we just had this. So they were saying that they get treated differently because men tend to think that women from the South want to be married quicker, that they tend to act differently when it comes to dating, that they're more assertive because they want to be married, they want to settle down. And they were feeling like the women in the North were like the total opposite. So they were comparing themselves to me. I mean, I guess I'm not looking like, ooh, is he the one? Is he the one? I mean, I guess for one thing, I've been there, done that, so I'm not like so pressed. But I think trying to make that person be the one right away is psycho.
Yeah, I don't think that's normal to me.
Like, what are you doing?
Oh, excuse me. No, I don't think that's not normal.
I don't think so either. I think it's crazy.
I feel like, of course women try to rush things because they have a timeline, whatever. But no, like if you be like, I want to be in a relationship now, tomorrow, absolutely never.
Right.
See, but that's what I'm getting at. It depends on, I guess you can't say age, but whatever mind frame that female's in or what they've been through.
Right.
That's normal to some women. Like,
and you know what? I think you're right.
Being in a committed relationship, this is what I want. That's normal to them.
It may be. But you know what? Because just think about it. Wait a minute. Hold up. So he is right. I think that because we talked about this on the other episode, is that when you reach a certain age, sometimes you know what you want and you're looking for a commitment. And I think that becomes normal. It's normal for you to be at a certain age and know what you want in a man because you know who you are.
But should it be instant or should you be like, look, we're on date number 2, like, so look. I'm not trying to play no games. I'm trying to get married. No,
that's going too far.
Right. Now, I don't like the word instant, so I was going to say we could take that out the whole equation. That's different. I do feel like it's good to put it out there on Front Street what it is that you want.
Yes.
So when you get to a certain age, you have to date with a purpose. You can't just be dating. I'm not just sleeping and dating this person because I'm too close to, how old am I? 31.
Something.
Anyway. I almost said it too. And I ain't even drinking. But I do feel like once you reach that certain age, you date with a purpose. You had fun in your early 20s and whatnot, but, after you hit that dirty 30, things start to click for you and you start to put things in perspective. So, no, I don't think it's normal that you just, as soon as you get somebody or you on date 1, you like, you supposed to be my husband and all this kind of stuff. Even when they say the Lord told me. The Lord did not tell me, though. But I feel like maybe
the Lord told me that you was my man.
Yeah, and he ain't come to me.
But like I said, there are women who, after they've been maybe hitting that 30 mark, they really are now
more focused.
Yeah.
I like that. So he said, if he were to date multiple women, how do he tell them he's dating other women? We chimed on that,
right?
Yeah, and he said because he doesn't want to hurt them, but I think not being honest hurts them.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He's a genuine dude. Like, I know.
It's no way you can. I mean, keep it out there. I mean, put it out there. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm doing. No one can be hurt if you kept it 100 with them.
Right.
Really, they really can't.
Right. That's their own reality they live in.
Yeah.
We can't do nothing about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing about the crazy. Okay. So, with that being said, we hope, who was this that reached out? Your friend?
A good friend of
mine. So we just want to thank Carly, good friend, for seeking advice. We hope we helped you.
Yes, and send us some more advice because I love giving people my 2 cents. Okay.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. I will end with this affirmation. I see endless possibilities.
Hey. Endless possibilities.
Endless.
They are coming. Endless possibilities.
So, Mr. Dane, do you have any last words?
No, I really appreciate this. This was fun. I'm glad y'all had me on. We got to do this again.
Yeah, you were the perfect candidate. I think that he was great. Yes. He's a great father, so this was good.
Shout out to him.
Yes.
And we appreciate y'all. If you want to get in contact with us, as you know, Gmail, lbclearpodcast@gmail.com. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook @LBClearPodcast. YouTube, LB Clear Space Podcast, SoundCloud, LB Clear Podcast. You know how you can get to us. Okay. We appreciate you.
All right. Talk to you next week.
Thanks, y'all.
You should be lucky to get with no hit and run with this. I'm doing it up all over the world. I'm getting real love all over the world. Everywhere I go, I hear them screaming my name. And all I really wanted was the fortune and fame. Just to sit back, relax, and ride in my Cadillac. All my ladies out there.